Hello and welcome back to Beyond 50. Today, I got my first issue with the Lightning while I was out driving around. So, it seems minor so far. We're gonna figure it out, but let me tell you what's going on. So, I actually noticed I got a pop-up on my phone in the Ford app saying, and I'm gonna have to read it out here, that I got a powertrain malfunction, and along with that, there may be reduced power, but in the truck itself, I didn't actually have any reduced power. I didn't have any reduced range that I can tell, and so as far as I can tell at this point, it seems like the EV equivalent of a check engine light. So I also did a little bit of looking online. There's a lot of people have reported similar issues and back and forth with their dealers and whatnot. So I contacted my dealer already. I got an appointment set up for tomorrow. They're going to check it out and we're going to figure out what's going on. But I thought this would be a good opportunity to sort of make a video. We'll talk about what this error is and what if anything that they do. Hopefully it's not like a battery replacement or something severe. Maybe it was just a transient fault that needs to get cleared off of out of the computer. I have no idea. I'll try and ask the dealership a little bit. I'm not going to go in there and film, but I'll try and relay a little bit in this video, sort of what the experience is and what we'll go through. So real quick though, I'm just going to flip the camera around and I'll show you what comes up on the dashboard with this error. All right, so this is what I see on the dash. Anytime I start up the vehicle, I get the service vehicle soon pop-up comes up, which I can just hit OK on the dashboard and that clears. But then there is the persistent down here in the corner little yellow wrench, which I think is, again, the equivalent of the check engine light on a regular car. And then right here, this is a sort of a screenshot of what was coming up on the phone when I got the initial message in the Ford app telling me what it is. So, and again, I'm not seeing, I have had when it's cold out or I'm low on battery, the reduced range. Okay, so now we're looking at the dashboard again. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about what happens when range just decreases. So this gauge here is your speedometer. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm at 0. And then this gauge over here is all of your sort of like power status. And so on the right hand side of this is how much charge we've got. I have 75% charge, and that'll get me 184 miles in this standard range Lightning. And then on the other side is how much power I'm using. And so as I'm driving, this little gauge will go up as I'm, applying power via the gas, and it'll drop down. And then the little green part here shows me how much battery I'm regenerating. This 100 right here shows me that I have 100% power available. So if I'm driving and I'm taking off, I have 100% of both engine or both motors available to create power at the wheels. And if I am in a limp mode or something else, either due to it being too cold out or I'm low on battery or some sort of mechanical issue, that number will decrease. And I've seen it get down into the 70s a couple of times. It's been rare, and again, it's been due to either temperature or low battery, although there was also one time where it happened just due to hey, there was a software update and apparently it stays low after that. But so it doesn't appear that has affected anything here. We seem to have this normal amount of range and we seem to have the normal amount of power, and so this fault that we're experiencing right now doesn't seem to be affecting anything. It seems to drive fine, but we're going to get it checked out tomorrow. For me, it'll be checked out tomorrow. For you watching this video, it's going to be in like 15 seconds when we get back from the dealer and figure out what it is that's going on with this truck. Okay, so the last bit that you saw on this video was me talking in June. It was the day before I was scheduled to take the truck to the dealership to get the error checked out. The next morning, I got up, I started driving to the dealer. I was halfway there, and I realized that the fault had cleared. I called the dealer. I said, hey, the fault's cleared. Should I still come in? They were like, yeah, you don't need to. So June, fault came in. It was on the dashboard for 2 days. I was planning on taking it to the dealer, driving to the dealer, fault cleared. Fast forward, we are now at the end of August, and I'm going to tell you what's going on now at the end of August. The issue kind of went away. But then it came back. So we also got the same error in July. Amy was driving on a trip to Eastern Washington. It's the same trip that I reference in the Android Auto and CarPlay video. That same trip, the fault happened again, but it also cleared again. So I never ended up taking it to the dealer. And this week, the fault came back. So a couple of days ago, I got the same fault, and I'm like, all right, this is the third time that it's happened in 3 months. I actually gotta contact the dealer and be like, hey man, this keeps coming. So I scheduled an appointment, took it to the dealer. The dealer looked at it today. Actually, they looked at it yesterday. I think no, I'm not gonna say who the dealer is. So here's what happened. I took it to the dealer. They said they're gonna have to look at it. I dropped it off yesterday morning. They said it'd take them a day to look at it. Late yesterday, they said, hey, we had to do a bunch of things with modules. And now this doesn't really sync up with what they told me today, which was, oh, hey, when we looked at it, it had the only thing that they could find, because also the fault had cleared again before I got it to them. And that it had done an over-the-air update the day before, and that over-the-air update cleared the supposed fault that was causing the powertrain malfunction. So I picked it up today, and the service person told me, hey, it's cleared because of the over-the-air update that happened before you even brought it to us. I'm like, cool. But also, I didn't really believe that was going to solve the problem. It felt just a little, I just didn't believe it. And so, in fact, I'm gonna post on the screen. You can pause if you want to read the message that I got from the service team, that they cleared it. Everything was good. Everything's fine. And it was because of the over-the-air update. However, so that was it. I drove back from the dealer. It's about 15 miles. I went over to Alan's place to look at his motorcycle. The aerial just got finished. I'll be posting up a video of that coming soon, of the finished aerial with the new painted gas tank on it. And when I got in the truck to drive home, the fault happened again. So again, I've got the same error message, and it comes up both on the truck. It also comes up in the Ford application, and it's exactly what was showing up before. Powertrain malfunction, reduced power, comes in, the system detected a powertrain or four-wheel drive fault. Powertrain or four-wheel drive fault has been detected. It can contact your authorized dealer as soon as possible. So I have scheduled, so I called the dealer back, and of course their technician is out until next week. And so I'm sure I'm going to bring it back and the fault's going to be cleared again. And they're going to look at it, and say like, I don't know what to do. So on one hand, nothing's actually going wrong with the truck. It's driving fine, other than I get this message that lasts for a couple of days and then it goes away for a few weeks and then it comes back. Although this time it only lasted for about a few days. So maybe it's getting worse. I don't know. But the lack of solid feedback I got from the Ford dealership and is a little disheartening up till now. So this may become an ongoing series. We'll see. If you have had this error or this message, let me know. I'm going to do a little searching on the forums a little bit over the next couple of days to see if I can figure out what's going on my own. But I don't think so. When I actually plugged in my own OTBC reader, the same one I've been using on the Dodge, and I didn't get much info back on this. So I suspect this is just some module throwing an occasional error, but it's throwing a scary warning on the dashboard. So we'll carry on and see what we can do. So thanks for watching this. I will post an update once I know what's going on. But for now, I don't actually know what's going on. It's been now 3 months of not a real problem, but it's not great. And I did ask for a loaner, and they don't have a loaner. And yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt to have to drive down to the dealer to get it like serviced, because it's not like it's close by. I literally did ride my bike the 15 miles to the dealership so I could pick up the truck today, which was fine. I got a good workout, and it was nice to get out and go for a bike ride, but not impressed. And everything else about this truck has been great. I haven't had any other issues with this truck. I haven't had the complete lack of maintenance on electric vehicles is still amazing, and I really like it. But this one issue, and maybe this is a little bit of growing pains for Ford, of, hey, here's a whole new system that we have to understand how to maintain and have technicians understand how to respond to them. But a little frustrating as a customer to have this and have it not be something that's easily diagnosable. That said, look, I've been diagnosing issues with the RAM on my own for months, and some things can be hard. I get it, but I'm a little annoyed at this one. So we'll give you an update. Thanks for watching. And we will see you again soon with a couple of these other updates and other things that I talked about in this video even. So have a good one.